Good morning, students. Are you all ready for the class today? Good. So, before starting, what we have to do? You should be ready with note and pen. Have you all taken notes of the last session? If not, be ready now. Don't skip of taking the notes because you don't have book in your hand. Only notes will help you to recall everything. Okay, dear? So, fine. Take the note with you. Before getting into the session today, let me sum up what we have learnt in the last class. Do you remember anyone? What we have learnt? Yes, software. What is software? What are the types of software? And the further classifications of OS, an example of each one, isn't it? Good. So, this class we are going to learn about the history of Windows and also the features in it. Okay, dear. Are you all ready for the class today? Good. Let me get into it. Okay. First, MS Office. What is MS Office? Microsoft Office. It is a software for office automation. So, office automation refers to all the activities which are carried out in the office. So, what are the activities will be carried out in the office? Typing, saving letters, taking multiple copies of report and circulating the same, creating presentations for meetings, handling numeric data, maintenance of accounts, drawing drafts and such things which is carried out in the office. Okay, MS Office the best suited software for office automation. It was developed by Microsoft Corporation which is in USA. Okay, dear. So, history of MS Office now. The first MS Office package for Windows was Office 1.0 which was released on November 1990. It included Word 1.1, Excel 2.0 and PowerPoint 2.0. Okay, these are the software packages in MS Office which was first introduced. Then the next package and successful package was Microsoft Office 3.0 which was released on a CD-ROM on August 30, 1992. It included Word 2.0, Excel 4.0 and PowerPoint 3.0. And some next thing. So, in every year each office package will be newly introduced. Okay. But for every package there will be some added features in that. Okay, dear. Compared to the last version, the new version will have a new added features. The same like that, some added features were given in the Microsoft Office 4.3. Next, after the Microsoft Office 3.0, it was Microsoft Office 4.3. There also it includes Word 6.0, Excel 5.0, PowerPoint 4.0, Mail 3.2 and Access 2.0 which was introduced in the year June to 1994. Okay, dear. The next one, in 1995, Office 95 was released along with the Windows 95. This is the first Office version to have the same version number for all major components product. Then Office 97 was released on December 30, that is 1997, which includes Word 97, Excel 97, PowerPoint 97 and Mail 97. It was published on a CD-ROM and also on a set of 45 floppy disks. So, the single Office package 97 is continuously stored in 45 floppy disks of 3.5 inch dimension. I think you know that in previous days we have been using the secondary storage device, that floppy disk is common in those times. Okay. So, it became Y2K safe with the service release 2. Okay. Do you remember that Y2K? Year 2000, that is Y2K. Okay. So, the last version of Office package which supported Windows 95, that is Office 2000, was released on January 27, 1999. It includes Word 2000, Excel 2000 and PowerPoint 2000. Okay, next, in 2001, each and every year new Office packages introduced. Okay, in 2001 year, Office XP was released. This became the last version in Office package which supported Windows 98, Windows ME and Windows NT 4.0. Okay, so the each picture it is given at the side is the logo of that. Okay dear, so far we have seen. And next, Office 2003 was officially released on November 17, 2003. This was the last Office package to support Windows 2000 and the first Office package to implement XP styled icons, which would be common in future editions. So after 2003 only the common icons is introduced. Okay, then on January 30, 2007, Office 2007 was released featuring the 2000 versions. Okay, 2007 versions. Then Microsoft Office. I think this one is the common now we are using. So Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Office 2007 was broadly released along with Windows Vista and contains entirely new graphical user interface. Do you remember that graphical user interface, GUI? Yes, popularly referred as Fluent User Interface, FUI. Don't forget this, FUI, Fluent User Interface. Okay, then in June 15, 2010, Office 2010 was released featuring the user interface updates, extended file format support and a changed user experience. It is first version to ship in both 32 and 64 bit and is the debut of free online versions of Word, Excel and PowerPoint. Okay, so this is the first one which supports in the 32 bit and 64 bit computers. Okay, I think you already learnt about bit, byte, everything. So bit is the, what is mean by bit? Do you remember that 0 and 1 is called bit, that is binary digit. Okay, the language of computer. Then the recent versions what it come in the MS Office is Microsoft 365 was released during 2012. It offers anywhere access to email and calendars, Office web apps, instant messaging, conference, file sharing. Office 365 is a cloud-based application making it easy to communicate, create and share in cloud. Okay, so this supports all the versions, isn't it? Then Office 2013, Word has the capabilities of inserting video, audio. So what the new feature added in this Office 2013 is it is capable of inserting video, audio online as well as broadcasting of the net have been implemented. Excel will feature a new tool for filtering data in timeline and the integration of advanced trigonometric functions. I think you will be learning in Max also the trigonometric functions. PowerPoint will include more templates than the previous version. As I told you that each and every addition features will be added in the new version of the updates. Okay dear. Then we are going to learn about the new features of MS Office 2007 because 2007 is common in platform now. Okay, commonly it is used in all areas 2007. So the Microsoft Office button. Do you know what is the Microsoft Office button? Could you see here a small colored square boxes. Okay, so this is called Microsoft Office button. Okay, this is located in the upper left corner of the window. This button is similar to the file button in previous versions of Microsoft Word, that is it contains the options open, save, print, etc. So after making a file, what we have to do? We have to save it. So all that save, print, and if you want to have a new Microsoft Word, all the options are present in this Microsoft Office button. Okay, then next we are going to see the options in the Word. Okay, the button at the top of the window allows user. What is the button at the top of the window? This one, home, insert, edit, view. Okay, so words such as color scheme, page, display options, autocorrect options, so many options are given in the Word. Once if you open the window, Word window, you can easily identify what are the built-in options that they have provided for us. Okay, then quick access toolbar. This toolbar which is near to the Microsoft Office, you can see here this one. This is the quick access toolbar. Okay, so this we are going to see in this next one. Okay, here, yeah, the quick access toolbar by default is located to the right of the Microsoft Office button in the upper left corner of the window. This toolbar contains shortcuts for save, undo, repeat. However, the toolbar can be customized to meet one's reference. What is meant by customized? We can decide what are the options can be present in this quick access toolbar. Okay dear. So if we don't want the preview options here, we can change that. So this quick access toolbar we can change and we can set this for our reference. If we want for example print option is here, if we want it will be better for us, we can customize this, we can change the buttons which are present in this. Okay dear. Okay, next we are going to see buttons to the quick access toolbar. Okay, so adding buttons, just now I told you how to customize. Okay, here click on the drop down arrow at the end of the quick access toolbar and choose one of the items in the list. To see more options, you have to click more commands. Okay, or else in another way, right click on the command button located on the ribbon and choose add to quick access toolbar. These two ways can help you to customize that quick access toolbar. Okay, removing the buttons from the quick access. If we want to remove the unnecessary buttons there, how to remove? Right click on the button on the quick access toolbar that needs to be removed and choose remove from quick access toolbar. Okay dear. Next, changing the order of the buttons on the quick access. We have, if we want to change the order, how it present, it all can also be possible in that. Okay, so these are the steps to do that. See, click on the drop down arrow at the end of the quick access toolbar, choose more commands. In the window on the right, click on the button that needs to be moved, then click on the move up or move down arrows. Now click OK. So that's all to order the buttons in the quick access toolbar. Okay dear. Next, moving the quick access toolbar above and below the ribbon. You know that. So the first one is Microsoft Office button. Near to that it is given this access toolbar, quick access. If we want that to be below the ribbon or above the ribbon, we can select and change the place of appearance. Okay, so click on the drop down arrow at the end of the quick access toolbar and choose show above or below on the ribbon. This option helps you to do that. Then the ribbon. Ribbon is nothing but below that Microsoft Office button, you could see that home, insert, view, all those. This is called the tabs on the ribbon. Okay, the purpose of the ribbon is to bring the most popular commands to the forefront to our view. The ribbon is divided into three sections: tabs, groups and commands. Okay, these are the tabs designed to be more task oriented. Next, that groups. And also in tabs, what are it present they have given. You see, home, insert, page layout, references, mailings, review and view. These are the tabs present in that ribbon. Okay, then groups. Each tab has several groups that show related items together. Okay, so these are the things that present on the ribbon. Then groups can be hidden. Okay, the same like quick access toolbar where we can move below or above, this groups can also be hidden or shown. There is options for that. To hide the groups, double click on one of the tabs or dialog box launcher will be there. Show more options related to a group. So in this way you can change that. Then commands. A command is a button, a box to enter information or a menu. Okay dear. Then the ribbon can be hidden, that is minimized. So this is the ribbon. What you are seeing in this picture is called the ribbon. You see, could you see it clearly? Yeah, home, insert, page layout, reference, mailing, review and view or the tabs which are present on the ribbon. Okay, so here you can see the home option is enabled. So whatever thing present in the home, you can see it clearly. First one, clipboard. Then font options. Okay, this is a group. The font options, in that the font style, font size, capitals, small letters or capitals, color of bold, italic, underline. So many options are available. Then In paragraph group, you can see numbered bulletins, unnumbered bulletins, indent spacing. So these are that, and left, right, justify, center. So these are all present in this ribbons. Could you see all this thing? Okay, so once if you attend a lab, you could easily identify what are the things present in this minimize ribbon. Okay dear, then come to this. So to restore the ribbon, repeat one of the above options. Okay, so once if we hide it, we have to make it show to repeating the same options. Okay, then mini toolbar. Did you see this mini toolbar? When it appears, when you select any text in the work area. The work area is nothing but the page in the document. Okay, if you type anything and if you select it, the mini toolbar, it appears near to your cursor. So this mini toolbar contains what are the essential things are present here. You see, what is that? Font style, then the font size, bold, italic, and the alignment, whether left or right or center, and the color of the text font, that means, and big letters and small, indent spacing, numbered or bulletins, whatever, these are present in the mini toolbar. Okay, then the mini toolbar cannot be customized. What it mean? As like the quick access toolbar, we cannot customize. That means we cannot add or remove any options, any icon from that. Okay dear, so once if it is made, if it is present there, only the same can be used anywhere. We cannot add or remove or customize that mini toolbar. Okay, so to turn off the mini toolbar, click on the Microsoft Office button and then click on Word options. Next, click on the popular category and uncheck show mini toolbar on selection. If you think that it is unwanted, you can check that and you can hide that mini toolbar. Okay dear, do you all remember what we have seen today? Okay, once again we can sum up whatever we have seen. So what the first thing we have seen? History of MS Office, isn't it? So what are the first thing it's introduced? Office 1.0 is the first one. Then Microsoft Office 3.0, you can tabulate it, isn't it? If you want to have a clear identification, just put a table or column, and the first one is Office 1.0 and what are the features in it, and next Office 3.0 and next to that features. The same like that Office 4.3, and what is the next one? Office 95, that is on the year 1995. Then Office 97, then Office 2000, then Office XP, then comes Office 2003, and the common we are using now Office 2007. Next to that Office 2010. Okay, then the recent versions is two things. One is Microsoft 365 and Office 2030. These are still used only by the officers, those who are in the IT field. Okay, but we commonly use 2007 or 2010. Okay dear. Then what are the features in the MS Office? The first one is Microsoft Office button, the colored button in the left top corner. Okay, then quick access toolbar, near to that colored button, it is the quick access toolbar. Then what we have learned, how to add or remove buttons in the quick access toolbar, or how to make it visible either below the ribbon or above the ribbon. And what else we have read? What is ribbon and what are the things present in the ribbon? Tab, groups and commands. Okay, so this is the ribbon. One is example, a picture shown in the window is the example of the ribbon. Okay, then mini toolbar. What is mini toolbar? What are the options present in that and whether it is can be customized or not. Okay dear, so do you remember? Okay, now we come to the last part, today's activity. So what we have to do? Tabulate the history of Windows. Okay, we have seen the history of Windows, isn't it? From Office 1.0 till the last version, isn't it? So just tabulate it and write the names. Then second thing, differentiate between quick access toolbar and mini toolbar. 2 points each. Okay, so it should have at least 2 points. So what is the quick access toolbar, where it is present, whether it can be customized or not. So if you write these three, you can easily write it. Then third one, write the recent versions of Windows. So two versions I told you. If you just recall it, you can find out or look into your notes the two versions. Write the two versions of the Windows. Okay dear, hope you all understand the class, and thank you for this session. And one more thing, so be safe at home, don't go anywhere else, maintain social distance and be good. Okay dear, thank you. Meet you in the next class.